Jai Hind students, welcome back. And today we are going to study the remaining part of chapter number 4 on the face of it. And for this, first of all, I am going to share the text with you on your screen. So text is here, students, and in our last class we had studied up to here that how do you make all that out. We can see here because in order to revise that we can see here this statement. Mr. Lamb said that, so you think you are just the same as all the other people with burned faces just by what you look like, and everything is different, everything is the same, but everything is different. He told means it depends upon our opinion to think, to look at the things, and it depends upon our perspective, that the same thing can be observed, can be seen in different way by two different people, and it depends upon us that how we are going to take the things in a positive way or in a negative way. And how do you make all that? Then Derry said that how do you make all that out, means how do you know all those things? Then Mr. Lamb said that watching, listening, thinking, means he loves watching things, and he observes everything, he listens everyone carefully, he does not avoid anyone, and then he thinks, he analyzes the things, then he comes to any of the decision. Then Derry, I would like a place like this, a garden. I would like a house with no curtains. And then further he says that he would also like to live a place like this, means like that garden. He also wants to have a garden. And I would like a house with no curtains. He also wants to live in the house without curtain, means somewhere his what he wants, that is not exposed to the world. Rather, his thinking is different. He also wants to be the part of mainstream of society. He also he also wants to keep a positive attitude towards everything and everyone, and he also wants to live his life to the fullest. He wants to enjoy his life, but due to his inferiority complex, or due to the harsh and cruel comments which he received due to his acid burned face, because of that negativity has been developed in him. But it seems that he wants to enjoy his life like other people, like Mr. Lamb, the gate's always open, but this isn't mine. And but then Mr. Lamb says that gate is always, my gate of the house, my gate of the garden is always open for everyone, and it is open to you also. You are always welcome here. But Derry says, but this isn't mine, but this garden doesn't belong to him. But Mr. Lamb says that everything's yours if you want it, means it depends upon your thinking, depends upon your attitude, means if you want, if your behavior, means depends upon your behavior, and if you can adopt, everything can be yours. And what's mine is anybody. And he is so generous. Mr. Lamb is so generous, and he is such a large hearted person that that he tells that what is mine is everybody, means what is uh, uh, his, that belongs to everyone, that is means everyone can enjoy whatever he has. And Derry, so I could come here again, even if you were out, I could come here. Then that he also wanted to know from him that could he come there even if Mr. Lamb will not be there in his garden or at his house. I could come there. He wanted to ask. He asked to uh, Mr. Lamb. Then Mr. Lamb replied positively. Certainly, he said, certainly that you might find others here, of course. And he also tells him that it is also possible that when he comes there at his garden, that he can find other people there. Derry, oh, means he hesitated. After listening this, he hesitated to think that people, when he comes in the garden, that people, other people may also be there. Mr. Lamb, well, that needn't stop you. You needn't mind. And further, Mr. Lamb told him that if you come here, you find other people there, you should not, even then, you should not stop. And you don't need to mind the people here. And that Derry, it would stop them. They would mind me. When they saw me here, they look at my face and run. Again, that he is obsessed by inferiority complex, and that is also reveals here once again. And he says that that needn't stop you. Means it would not, it would stop them, means I will not stop, means I can come here, but that will stop other people to be here with me in my company, because they would mind me. I will not mind, but they will certainly mind him. And when they saw me here, they look at my face and run. And he says that why they will mind, because he has the ugly face, he has the burnt face. And that's why when people will look at his face, they will run away from there. And Mr. Lamb, they might not, and you would have to take the risk, so would they. And he says that you cannot decide this, rather they might be here with you, and they might not with you, they might run away from here, and you would have to take the risk, means it is a matter of risk, and you will have to take that risk if you want to come here. And so would they, and same for them also, they will also have to take the risk if they want to stay here in your presence. Derry, no, you would. Then Derry said that no, means I don't have to take the risk, rather risk will be yours, means you will have to take the risk. And further he explains that you might have me and lose all your other friends, because nobody wants to stay near me if they can help it, they can avoid it. And he said that you will be at risk, because you might have me here, if you want to keep me here in your company with you, and then lose all your friends, and then you will have to lose all your friends because of me, and because nobody wants to stay near me if they can avoid it. And then he says that because that if I will be here, nobody would like to live with me if they can avoid my company. And Mr. Lamb, I have not moved, means he says that he is not convinced, he is not agreed, he is not agreed with his opinion. Derry, no. Mr. Lamb, when I go down the street, because, and then in order to explain why he is not moved, he says that when I go down the street, the kids shout lamb lamb, because he is also disabled with his leg, And he says that when he goes to the street, and then kids, that those children shout, uh, shout calling him lammy lamb, means teasing him, calling lammy lamb. But they still come into the garden, into my house. They realizes that he is a lame person, he is physically disabled person, and they tease him. uh, However, they come to his house. So that's why he says that it is a game. And they aren't afraid of me. And he says that means they are not afraid of, they know it very well that Mr. Lamb means he is physically disabled. Even then they don't mind, and they come to his garden. And they are not afraid of me because they are not afraid of him or his disability. And why should they be? Because I'm not afraid of them. That's why. And why it happens, why they are not afraid? Because Mr. Lamb says that he himself does not afraid of them, and that's why they both means he is able to mix up with the children, and children are able to mix up with him because they are not afraid of one another. Derry, did you get your leg blown off in the war? Now Derry changed the topic, and he wanted to know that how he had lost his leg uh, in the war. Then he asked that uh, did you get your leg blown off in the war? Certainly. Then Mr. Lab said yes, definitely. And Derry, how will you climb on a ladder and get the crab apples down then? Then he wanted to know that how he works with his tin leg, and he wanted to know that how does he climb on the, how will he climb on the ladder and get the crab apples down. Mr. Lim, oh, there is a lot of things I have learned to do, and plenty of time for it. And he says that it took me years. It took him years to learn those things. It was definitely not easy with the tin leg to climb on the ladder on all that. It took time, and he uh, learned that with the passes of time. And I take it steady, slowly and continuously. He learned that, and because that he kept patience and learned that how to do. And Derry, if you fell and broke your neck, you could lie on the grass and die. If you were on your own, if you will try to do like that yourself, then it is also possible that you may fell and broke your neck and break your neck, and you could lie on the grass. And it is also possible that you could fell down on the ground and lie there and die. So Mr. Lamb told that yes, that is also possible. I could, that is a risk, but even then I have to do that. Jerry, you said I could help you, and in this way that he offered his help to Mr. Lamb. Then Mr. Lamb said, if you want to, means it depends upon you. If you want, you are willing, that you can help me. Jerry, but my mother will want to know where I am. And but he says that his mother would be worried about him, and want to know, she would like to know that where he was, means she will inquire about the place or people to whom he is spends his time with. So it's 3 miles home across the field, and he told that because his house is 3 miles away from there, and I'm 14, and he says that he is 14, but they still want to know where I am. Still his parents are concerned, means he is 14, he considers himself that matured enough to take care of himself. But even then he says that, but they still want to know where I am. Still means his parents are concerned about him. So people worry. Mr. Lamb, that was experienced person, he says that definitely the people means who are your elders means uh, they are concerned. And but Derry says that people fuzz actually means they are not so much concerned, they just want to that make noise that they are concerned. But Mr. Lamb says that go back and tell them, and then he says that you should go back and tell them that where you are, or where you were. So Derry, it's 3 miles. Then he told that means his, again he told that his house is 3 miles away from, that is it is not so easy for him to go and come back. Mr. Lamb, it's a fine evening. You got legs. Again he inspires him, and he tries to make him realize that he has strong legs, he has everything what a normal person have. And he says that it's a fine evening, the evening is very beautiful, and you have got legs, and you have strong legs, you can run, you can go fast. Jerry, once I got home, they would never let me come back. And then now that this is his concern, what he says that once he says that once he goes home, that they would never allowed him to come back, means his parents will not allow him to come back to Mr. Lamb. Then Mr. Lamb says that once you got home, you would never let yourself come back. Now students see that this is important statement by Mr. Lamb in order to motivate him once again. While he says that once you got home, you would never let yourself come back, means actually your parents are not responsible for this, you yourself is responsible, because you will not allow to come back yourself. Because means it depends upon your attitude. If you have determined, if you have firm determination, you have made up your mind that you will have to face the challenges of life, you have to face the people, then nobody can stop you. So it depends upon you whether you want to come back or not, Mr. Lamb said. Then Jerry, you don't know what I could do. And then he also feels provoked and excited and says that you don't know what kind you don't know you what can I what I could do. Even that he says he wanted to accept the challenge, and he says that you don't know that what he could do. So no, only you know that. And even though he inspires him that no, nobody can understand, nobody can know that what you wish, what you want to do, rather it depends upon you, only you know that what can you do, what can you not do. So if I choose, Derry says, wanted to say something more, but Mr. Lamb that interrupted him in between and says that if you choose, and I don't know everything, boy, I can't tell you what to do, means it depends on, if you choose means it depends upon yourself, it is your wish, if you want to do you can do, and I don't know everything about you, and I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do, means it depends upon you that what you want to do, what you don't want to do, whether you want to face the challenges of life, you want to mix up with the people, or you don't want. That depends upon you, that what kind of attitude you want to keep towards people and things. Dairy, they tell me that Derry wanted to tell that what means his parents expect from him, what his parents want. And what his parents tell to him. Do you have to agree? Then Mr. Lamb says that, do you have to agree? Means, do you agree with them always? Then Derry, I don't know what I want. I want something no one else has got or ever will have, something just mine. And then he says that I don't know what I want, means he himself is confused what he wants. And I want something no one else has got or ever will have, means he wants to do something that nobody can understand, something just mine. He wants to do something which is his, like this garden. And uh, I don't know what it is, means he wants to say that he is means nobody understands him, even his parents don't understand him. Whatever his wish, whatever he wants, nobody understands that, Mr. Lamb. And further he says that I like this garden, I don't know what it is. So he wants to do the things, but you know that people, our atmosphere, our harsh comments of the people, our parents concern, these things stop him, Mr. Lamb. That you could find out, means you will have to find out that what do you want to do, what you want to do, and what you don't want to do. It depends upon you, that how you will have to know this. Then Derry wanted to know that how he can know that all. So Mr. Lamb says that waiting, watching, listening. You will have to wait. You will have to keep patience, and watching. You will have to watch others, that how they are, that leading their life, and you will have to listen to them. You don't have to avoid everything every time. You don't have to keep yourself, alienated and sitting here or going there. You will have to go somewhere. You will have to come out from your house and mix up with the people, mix up with the society. I will have to see to the bees. And then after saying this, that he says that he has to go to see the bees. Those other people who come here, do they talk to you, ask you things? Derry wanted to know from Mr. Lamb that those other people who come here, who come to his garden, do they talk to him and ask him about the things? Then Mr. Lamb, some do, some don't. He says that somebody talks to him, somebody don't talk. Somebody talk to him, somebody don't talk to him. I ask them. I like to learn. But he says that he is curious. If he is curious to know the things, he asks, he takes initiative. And I like to learn, because that he likes to learn the things. And Derry, I don't believe in them. That he says that he doesn't believe in people, and I don't think anybody ever comes. And he's still, it seems that his approach, his perspective is negative. He says that he doesn't think anybody ever comes, and you are here all by yourself and miserable, and no one would know if you were alive or dead, and nobody cares. Means he says that you are here, suppose that you are here alone and in a miserable conditions, and no one would know if you are alive, and nobody is concerned whether you are alive or dead here, and nobody cares for you. Then Mr. Lamb, you think what you please, means it depends upon you, it depends upon your thinking. Whatever you want to think, you can think. Then Derry says, all right, then tell me some of their names. He wanted to know the names of the people that who talk to them, or who uh, speak to them, who tells the things to them. Mr. Lamb, what are names? Tom, Dick, or Harry? Means you can take any name. Why do you want to take the name? Means that name can be any. And then that he started getting up, and I'm off down to the beach, and he says that he has to go to the beach, and he's going. Derry, I think you are daft, crazy. Means even that he became angry somewhere from him, from Mr. Lamb, and he says that I think that he says that I think you are daft, you are mad, you are crazy, you are whimsical. And Mr. Lamb, that's a good excuse. Means again that he tries to inspire him. He says that means it is your excuse, nothing else. It is your pretension, nothing else. And then Derry, what for? You don't talk sense. Means it is not, you are not talking sensibly. Then Mr. Lamb says that good excuse not to come back. And what means it is your pretension. It is your excuse means it is your pretension not to come because you don't want to come back here uh, to his garden. And you have got a burnt a face, and that's other people's excuse. And then uh, your pretension that it is your pretension that you don't want to come here, and you have got a burnt face, and you are thinking that you have an ugly face, burnt face. That is the other people's excuse, other people's pretension to mix up with you. Then Derry says that you are like the others, means you are also talking like others, and you like to say things like that, and you like to say things like that. You are also like to say the things like other people were saying to me, like you are also talking like other people were talking to me. And if you don't feel sorry for my face, you are frightened of it. Again that he was the singing in the same tune, as he was saying the same things, because he says that if you don't feel sorry, if you are not sorry at my face, it means that you are afraid, you are frightened, you are scared. And if you are not frightened, you think I am ugly as a devil. And in case you are not scared, you are not frightened, it means that you think that I am an ugly person like a devil, and I am a devil. And then he says once again that he is obsessed with that inferiority complex, that he considers himself once again that he is devil, he is ugliest person in the world. And don't you, he says, and then he starts shouting. Mr. Lamb does not reply, and then to it Mr. Lamb did not give any response, and he has gone to his bees. And then he got up and went to look at his bees. Derry quietly, then he became quiet. After shouting, Derry became quiet and says, no, you don't. And I like it here, means you don't understand him, that he likes to be here in the garden, and even somewhere he develops his liking for company of the people like Mr. Lamb. Pause. Daddy gets up and shouts, and then he gets up and again he shouts, I'm going, but I will come back. You see, you wait, I can run, I haven't got a tin leg. I'll be back. Now see, student, this is the sign which tells that he is actually that Mr. Derry seems to be motivated because of the speeches made by Mr. Lamb. and that's why he had decided when Mr. Lamb went away to see his bees, and then that finally he understood what he talked, what he said to him. It seems that he is very much impressed by the speeches of he had got a deep impression of the speeches of Mr. Dairy, his motivational because of his motivational speeches to him, and that's why he seems to be filled with the confidence and says that I am going, but I will come back. And he, in order to fulfill his promise, that he says that I am going, but he will come back. He says that he is going, but he will come back. And you see, and you wait. And I can run means, as he told that you have legs, you can run, you can go fast. Then he says that I can run, I haven't got a 10 leg, means he does not have 10 leg, 10 leg like Mr. Lamb. So I will come back. And then he promised himself that he will come back. Then Dairy runs off. There was silence everywhere, and the sounds of the garden again, means that is the. And here Mr. Lamb to himself, Mr. Lamb was talking to himself, and he says that there, my dears, that's your scene too, and of that we all know I will come back, and they never do, though, and not them never do come back, means he is also obsessed with loneliness somewhere, that we can see that here, that his pain of the company, his desire for the company of the people is exposed here, that he hides, means he does not want to reveal his pain. But somewhere while he was talking to him, that he says that there, my dears, means that you seen too, that we all know I will come back, and they never do, means people promise him to come back, while they leave him, they promise him to come back, but they never do but they never fulfill their promise, and never do come back, means he is thinking somewhere that his pain of loneliness is revealed here. And here means that is the end of the first scene, as that this one act play is divided into 3 scenes, that now scene 2 is started from here, and that is when Dairy goes to his mother, and that is the scene of Dairy's house. And so that's all, students, for today, and scene second we will study tomorrow. And what happens, because first scene was longer one, and rest of the 2 scenes are short, they are very short scenes, so rest of the 2 scenes we will study in our next class. Till then, thank you and have a good day.